For the barbell bent over row, the primary muscles worked are the upper back and lats. You'll grip the bar with your palms facing downwards towards your body. First, you'll pull the bar towards the top of the torso without excessive momentum, then lower the bar back down to the starting position without letting the weight fall. Important coaching cues here are to bend your knees and keep your back straight. For the lat pull downs, primary muscles worked are your upper back and lats. You'll grip the bar slightly wider than shoulder width with hands facing away from the body and sit with your thighs under the supports. Leaning slightly back, pull down your chest without excessive momentum and stop the bar right as it touches the upper chest / the collarbone. Reverse this motion with control to the starting position. When exiting the machine, simply stand up and do not let the bar fly up. Next is the more well-known barbell bench. Lay down on the bench with the bar on the rack right over your eyes. Your starting position is your elbows extended with the bar over the nipple line. Lower the bar towards the chest while maintaining wrist stiffness. Do not let the bar bounce off the chest. Push bar back up slightly backwards and maintain 5 points of contact: 2 feet, your butt, upper back, and the back of your head. The spotter will then help to pull back the bar into the rack. The next lift is the same as the bench press, but with a vertical bench. Start the position with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width and grip facing away from the body. Lower the bar in front of your face until slightly above the shoulders. Push the bar until your elbows are locked out while maintaining stiff wrists and perpendicular forearms. Ask the spotter to help re-rack the bar. The next lift is a lower body lift called the back squat. First step is to step under the bar with your feet parallel and shoulder width and place the bar at the base of your neck with hands slightly wider than shoulder width facing forward. Take 1 to 2 steps backwards from the rack and lower your butt to the floor while maintaining an upright back with chest towards the ceiling until thighs are parallel. Keep your heels on the floor. Another coaching point is to stand up while extending the hips and knees at the same rate and keeping a neutral spine with your chest upright. After completing the squat, step forward into the rack and slowly lower into the rack hooks. You can see here that another coaching point is to always have spotters when doing complex lifts like a back squat. It's important to drive out of the hole and re-rack the weights safely. Continuing with our theme of lower body lifts, you're going to repeat the beginning process of the back squat for the barbell lunge, but begin 2 to 3 steps backwards to allow for a more forward movement. Take an exaggerated step forward with one leg lower until the rear leg is slightly above the floor. Forcefully push back and backwards to the starting position, and repeat the process with the opposite leg. Once complete, you're going to walk forward into the rack with the bar. It's important here to maintain a vertical shin and to safely re-rack. In one of the more complex movements, the deadlift, you're going to want to address the bar and stand with your feet flat, placed between hip and shoulder width apart with your toes pointed slightly outward. Place your hands right outside of your legs, and then in the upward movement, you're going to lift the bar off the floor by extending the hips and knees. Keep your torso to floor angle constant and maintain a neutral spine. In the downward movement, as we see here, we extend and we allow the hips and the knees to flex, slowly lowering the bar to the floor. Maintain a neutral spine and do not flex the torso forward. Transitioning to some upper body movements, the upright row, you're going to grab the bar with your hands facing towards the body. Grips should be slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Stand upright with the bar resting on the front of the hips and the thigh, and raise the bar vertically along the stomach and chest until even or slightly above the nipple line. Continuing on, the barbell biceps curl. You're going to grasp the bar with your arms slightly wide with the palms facing away from the body. Keep the upper arm at the side throughout the entire movement. Curl the bar towards your face without using upper body momentum. This is important. Lower the bar in a reverse fashion while controlling the movement. Re-rack. The next 2 movements are hang clean and power clean, which are the most explosive movements in our video. You're going to want to start in the hang clean position like you are at the top of the deadlift. Slowly lowering the bar, you're going to forcefully pull up and then transition to a front squat. This is important, and let's slow this down so we can see it a little better. there are a couple key phases. The first pull, the transition, the second pull, and then the catch phase. It's important to keep the bar as close to the body as you can and safely re-rack as you're pulling forcefully up, catching, and driving your elbows forward in a parallel position to the ground. Re-rack the weight safely. Similar to the hang clean, the power clean starts from the ground. So you're going to start in the deadlift position like we discussed earlier, with your hands slightly wider than your feet. And this is the most important part. The first pull is when you pull off the ground and extend the hips forward, catching and getting to that front squat position. As you do this lift again, it's important to always maintain a neutral spine to catch the bar with your legs no more than parallel. Re-rack slowly. Our final lift for this video is the straight leg deadlift, and after performing a deadlift or starting in the rack, you're going to step away from the rack, and with your feet slightly outward, you're going to start the slow transition downward movement, and you're going to form a neutral spine, then flex at the hips to lower the bar slowly and under full control towards the floor. In the upward movement, you're going to extend the hips to return to the standing starting position, keeping the knee slightly flexed and the torso in a neutral spine position. Slowly to the ground, back up forcefully. We hope today's video was informative as you continue on your weightlifting journey. Remember to always flex your core. Have a great day.